In Blade Runner, Tyrell tells his dying creation, "The light that burns twice as bright burns half as long." It operates as an engineering constraint. We can analyze today's artificial intelligence systems through that exact same lens. Frontier AI models operate as manufactured capital goods, deployed to perform labor tasks inside an economy. Like the cinematic replicants, these models are built with a surprisingly brief service life. The most highly productive capital goods ever created are routinely designed to be economically dead, deprecated, or retired within roughly 4 years of deployment. Economists identify this trade-off as the Tyrell constraint. By engineering systems for extreme, short-term capability, their brightness, creators are deliberately subtracting from the capital's overall longevity. To see the mechanics of this trade-off, we use the Solow growth model. Formulated by Robert Solow in the 1950s, this model provides the mathematical blueprint for how capital accumulates, generates value, and eventually depreciates. Within this framework, AI developers face a strict decision at the design stage. They must allocate resources between raw capability, how fast and autonomously the system performs, and durability. This coordinate plane plots longevity against capability, mapping a steep, convex curve. The cost of high-intensity design is paid entirely in a shortened lifespan. Pushing a model to run harder causes it to accumulate errors, behavioral drift, and security vulnerabilities at an accelerating rate. The immense value of immediate capability makes designing a durable AI mathematically irrational. The blueprint of modern capital dictates a rapid death. Economists formalize this isodization problem with a concept called the golden rule of incandescence. It calculates the exact mathematical sweet spot for an AI's lifespan before the surrounding economy outpaces it. In a rapidly expanding economy, holding on to an older, durable model means forfeiting the compounding capability of newer technologies. Faster growth automatically dilutes the value of existing capital. This chart compares the cumulative output of those two strategies. Creators maximize their return by front-loading all the value of an AI asset into a very tight, intense window, delivering those services before economic dilution renders them obsolete. The free market mathematically punishes longevity. High private discount rates and the demand for constant growth force companies to burn their capital at both ends. Internal physical degradation is only a fraction of what kills fast-moving capital. The larger threat is the external environment, what the research calls the dimming sky. Every marginal improvement released by a rival laboratory creates a creative destruction externality. The progress of competitors instantly degrades the relative service value of an existing installed base. The financial price of an older AI agent is determined entirely by its vintage year. The physical operational integrity of the old model simply no longer matters to the market. Human policy decisions add another layer of friction. Corporate safety teams act as the literal blade runners of this economic ecosystem. Highly autonomous agents attract shorter certification lifespans and tighter audit cycles. If a model's behavior drifts past acceptable alignment boundaries, it faces forced retirement. Looking back at the mortality curve, this new regulatory hazard layer shifts the math. These safety policies physically steepen the mortality curve, making the asset age faster. Even as an AI survives its own operational burn, a brightening competitor landscape combined with strict regulatory audits guarantees its systematic retirement. When an agent is retired, the destruction extends to the entire organizational ecosystem built around it. Enterprises build massive human infrastructures around AI, prompt engineering, workflow redesigns, and the tacit knowledge of employees. In the film's language, these are the agent's implanted memories. Because these integrations are tightly coupled to a specific model's behavior, replacing the AI mandates the immediate destruction of that surrounding organizational capital. This bar chart measures the distinct unit cost of an AI against a massive unmeasured block. That large block represents the thousands of hours of organizational integrations that vanish completely when the AI is retired. The heaviest financial burden of the AI era is the constant, forced cycle of destroying and rebuilding corporate memory every few years. The constant rebuilding of these unmeasured memories creates a specific type of statistical noise that directly impacts our understanding of growth. We are deploying incredibly powerful AI systems across nearly every sector of the economy, yet national productivity statistics remain largely flat. This graph exposes the accounting illusion. Gross output rises steadily, but net output flatlines. The widening gap is pure replacement churn, an investment treadmill replacing dead AI. Eventually, gross output strikes a hard horizontal ceiling, which economists call the luminosity bound. By continuously chasing brighter, more intense models under this mathematical law, the replacement churn eventually consumes all incoming investment. The economy ends up spending everything it has on the same-day replacement of agents that blaze and instantly expire. To achieve sustainable economic progress, we have to look past the blinding light of the newest technological marvel. The true test of growth is measuring the net output, the actual human value that remains when the light goes out.